Hello, and welcome to Skillsoft Marketing 101. My name is Julie, and today we're going to talk about the importance of marketing your program and how Skillsoft can help. Marketing is not just function, it's a vital component of your learning journey. It shapes how employees perceive and engage with training opportunities. By understanding the significance of marketing, we can enhance learning outcomes and ensure that resources are utilized effectively. The benefits of marketing and employee development are profound. It not only increases engagement, but also raises the awareness of availability of the learning resource. By encouraging behavioral change and ensuring consistent message marketing, reinforces the company culture. Additionally, it enables measurement and feedback, which are crucial for continuous improvement. These elements work together to create a more appealing learning environment, ultimately leading to a better employee performance and satisfaction. Marketing helps make learning a priority, making it an attractive, well-known, and integrated part of the company's strategy for growth. Marketing a learning program internally can drive engagement by capturing employees' attention and making learning opportunities exciting. In doing so, you raise awareness of availability of the resources like workshops or webinars, ensuring employees know what is offered. This will also foster behavioral change by using persuasive techniques to encourage continuous learning and consistency across communication channels to reinforce the learning message. It will also promote your company's culture by showing the organization value of growth, boosting morale and retention. Lastly, but still very important, is measurement and feedback to help track the program's success, allowing for ongoing improvement. These 5 critical elements of marketing can significantly enhance effectiveness of all training programs. A clear value proposition helps employees understand the benefits of participation. Targeting messages ensures that communications resonate with different workforce segments. Encouraging communication channels are essential for reaching all employees, while leadership buy-in signals the company's commitment to growth. Finally, incentives and recognition can motivate employees to actively participate in learning initiatives, driving overall success. Best practices in marketing are essential for maximizing the impact of training programs. By leveraging best practices, organizations can create a more engaging learning experience that resonates with employees and encourages participation. Best practices are across these 4 key areas: value and outcomes, commitment, alignment, and adoption. Each area provides actionable strategies to achieve organizational goals. For instance, demonstrating the impact of learning initiatives aligns them with broader company priorities. Securing stakeholder support and maintaining transparency are crucial for commitment. While creating effective marketing plans fosters a culture of continuous learning, these practices are vital for ensuring the success of a learning program. When strategizing for these outcomes, you need to ask yourself, what organizational outcomes are we seeking to impact through learning? Is it upskilling, promoting, and/or self-teaching to allow to learn at one's own pace? What challenges or priorities are we trying to solve with this learning? And lastly, are we willing to allow our employees the time to make this a success? By leveraging Skillsoft and Percipio, we can streamline your approach to employee development and ensure that your training programs are both effective and engaging. The resources available in the Learning Edge community are invaluable for marketing for your learning program. We have various tools, including monthly marketing templates, promotional series, which can also help enhance visibility and engagement. Utilizing these resources effectively can lead to a more robust marketing strategy, ensuring that employees are aware and motivated to participate in available training. Let's now go into Learning Edge so I can show you some of this marketing that is available to you. So as you can see here in the Learning Edge that you have access to, we can go in under User Marketing, and it brings us right here to marketing your learning program. So as you can see here on the left-hand side, it gives you all sorts of different options to be able to go into and take advantage of and to learn some different marketing for your learners. First, I want to show you the personalized marketing tool. These are templates that have been created by our marketing team here at Skillsoft, and there's 4 different categories. And as you click on each category, you'll see that this changes down here and you have different options. So if we decided we want to say, look at the learning through change template, what we're going to do is then we're going to type in our percipio.com URL, generate template. When you do this, it's going to take you straight to your email. And when it comes to your email, it's going to look like this. You'll notice that when it comes into your email, it will be a Word document. So that just allows you to make any changes that you want. If you want to change any colors or branding, you can do so. But just know that all of your deep links are here under each of these modalities. Another thing to notice is when you do first get it, it'll ask you if you want to put your logo there. You can either just delete this out or put your logo, depending on what you want to show there. And as well, it's also going to have your URL printed out here. So if they want to go in, they don't want to click on one of these, they can go in through the URL as well. It will also come out with your email as the site administrator of Percipio. So whoever does it, their name will come out in their email. So that's just one great template that has been created. Of course, there's all different kinds of resources in different. So one of the other things that you have to, pardon me, that you have to remember is that when you save this, we want to save it as a PDF. And by doing so, like I said, we'll give you those deep links. So don't just save it as a Word document. So if we go back to this main screen about marketing, so this here will give you, if you go to browse templates, that just gives you all the templates that we just used just out in a written format instead of in the format that we just looked at. Percipio banner graphics. We're going to get into this as well when I go into Percipio and show you some of the branding that we can do in there. But as you can see here, there's different banner types that you can choose from if you want to put them in there as advertisement for your learners. And then all you've got to do is just click here. It'll take you right to the knowledge base, and that will show you exactly how to do that. All right, and then what we can also do is on-demand leadership marketing. So these leader camp marketings, you will notice them in your Percipio, and depending on your contract and what catalog that you have access to, these may change. But if you want to look at one of the participant guides, what they'll do is, again, this is what you'll see. It's going to come to your, it'll pop up as a download here on your computer. And again, it's going to come in a Word format. So you can, again, if there's any changes or anything like that that you want to make in there, you can do so. But also know that if you want to do some of these leader camps as a lunch and learn, we've already created this here for you as well, this template. So you can ask questions and then each of your learners can go in there and answer those together, either separately or as a team. So depending on how you do that. And then again, under best practices here in marketing as well, it's going to give you some different ideas that we can do in Percipio that gives you the best marketing so that it's kind of one and done. You know that engagement emails are going to go out. You know reminder emails are going to go out to your learners. You know, reminders if they haven't logged in 30 days. Or if something comes up and says, you know, Julie, you took this course, you might like this course as well. So all of those are utilized in Percipio, which again, I will show you. Another great feature that we have here at Skillsoft, we have a learning and talent maturity framework. And you may have heard someone talk about it before, called LMF. And what it is you go in, you do a self-assessment. It's going to come out and it's going to let you know and show you what you need to work on and what you're doing great, depending on what your program is. So that's something that you can do as well. And then once you've done that, either your account executive or someone like myself, a customer success manager, will come in and go over that with you. And then here on the Learning Edge as well, you'll see the Skillsoft news and events. So first of all, the newsletter. So we do a newsletter every month. Our customer success ops team does that. So you'd be able to click on there. It'll take you right to the newsletter. So you can see all the updates that are coming up for this particular month. So it's usually put out the first day of the month or the first day following the first of the month. All right, and then as you scroll down here, you can see all of the calendar events that we have. So if you want to join a monthly call for success, so what that is any updates that are coming to Percipio that may help you with your marketing, you can join those. Open office hours, any questions that you have for marketing, things like that, you can join, and one of us will be on there to answer those questions. Another great one that is great for marketing as well is the Kickstart Your Learning program. So a customer success manager is on there, and they're just showing you different ways to be able to kickstart your program again and kind of start from scratch. And then, of course, Percipio 101 compliance, Percipio 101 core training. So someone is in there, they're showing you all the different features, how to add users, how to assign content and things like that. But then as you scroll down, it's going to have the full calendar, and each one of them are different. Everything is different color coded. These are your leader camps. Again, depending on what you have contracted to your Percipio for your organization. And then as you scroll down, you're going to see these leader camp participant guides again. So there is a lot of different things here in the Learning Edge that for marketing. So, I just recommend you coming in here, seeing what's in there. And then if you have any questions, reach out to one of us and we can both get together and go over these together. So let's go into Percipio. So as your learner comes in, we're going to talk about the banners that we just talked about. So this is a learner coming into my demo site. This is what they're going to see. So their banner, I've created some different courses here on the banner for them to scroll through, kind of like a slideshow for them to see what I'm recommending for them to learn that particular month. Myself, when I come into my Percipio, this is what I like to go. I like to see what our talent development team is suggesting for us to learn that month, and I'll go through, and that's typically what I'll choose to learn. Another great marketing template for your Percipio as well is we can do these content strips. So as you can see, I just called them Julie's May selections. You can call them, whatever you want to put there. And as you can see, I picked all benchmarks this month just to get people in there and looking at those. So that will take me into the benchmarks. I think benchmarks are a really great way for marketing as well, because it's a great way for anyone to say, their current job or where they kind of want to go next. And if they're in customer service, they want to become a manager, then what they could do is come in here, take some management, a management benchmark, see where they are. Once they're done this benchmark and they've gotten the rating score, they're going to get different courses and videos and things recommended for them to take to get to that next level. So if I'm in the inspiring level, by taking those courses and watching the videos, I hope to either, get further up in inspiring or even jump to developing, depending on where I ended up in the inspiring and what courses I took to be able to answer those questions. And benchmarks too, there's typically a 30-day wait period. So once you started or finished one, you can't redo it for 30 days. So you actually do have to take the time to do some of the courses or actually think about it. You can't just go back and re-answer the questions and get a higher mark. All right, so as an administrator, what I'd like to do is I just want to quickly show you how to go in and set those banners and content strips quickly. So under the Learning tab as administrator, you're going to see content promotions. We're going to click there. And then this is where you're going to either pick whether you want to do the content strips or the banner. And then, of course, we just go in. I'm just going to edit this one and show you. So when you go to create it, you just give a banner name, your start date, and end date. So if you wanted to have different banners for June, July, and August, or like 1 week in July or 1 week in June, if you have something going on that week, you can do so. You can also have no end date, so they just continually go on. The one thing that I like about this is that you could sit down and do the next 6 months of marketing in the banners if you wanted. And then it's kind of one and done. You don't have to think about it again for 6 months if you wanted to keep changing them. All right, so also, as we said about having everything about the emails and integration and things like that, first of all, what we want to do is we want to brand your site. So as soon as you get in your Percipio site, or if we're going to, kickstart a new program, we want to make sure that your site looks like your business colors. So if your business colors are green and yellow, for instance, you could go in here and pick different colors. You can switch the color of this menu as well, whether for the admin or the learner. You, of course, want to put your logo there. And then, of course, this is, of course, the banner. If you don't have any courses in there or the slideshow going, this is what it would look like. You can also change that color so it's branded to your company. And then, of course, as we scroll down, the certificates as well. We always want to make sure that they are in your company colors, and you also have your branding or logo there as well. Just makes it a little bit more personalized for yourself and for your learners to be able to see that in company colors. All right, so this is where the emails, where I said you can set and forget. So when you get your Percipio site up and running, you can go in here and set up, email campaigns and things like that. So email campaigns, you can have it full set of emails. There'll be 6 emails go out to your learners once Percipio has started. You can just send one by default, or you don't have to send any at all. I like to always click off the send the full 6. And then that way, if no one is logging in, they're going to get those reminders that, hey, Percipio's there, let's log in, see what you can learn. The re-engagement emails, again, are very important to have kept on, because it just reminds someone if they've taken a course and, kind of forgot about Percipio, or they've gotten busy, this reminder email will go out after 30 days if they haven't accessed the platform. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the recommendation emails as well. So it will activate anyone's access content in the last 30 days. It will send you a weekly personalized email giving you new ideas to take courses in there as well. And then monthly learning digest email as well. So there's lots of different emails in there depending on what your organization allows. This is a great way to keep everyone engaged. And then the number one engagement that is probably the easiest way to get people excited in Percipio is your digital badges. Because this is my sandbox site, they're all off, but I always recommend you keep them on at all times. It just allows someone, once they've finished the course, done the tests and passed, they can go on LinkedIn or any social media and share that they finished that course and that badge. And of course, it stays here in the Percipio platform as well. Another one that I always like to keep turned on as well, just to kind of keep that competitive factor with all of your employees, is a leaderboard. So you can have it so everyone can see everyone in the whole organization, or you can set it up by audiences, depending on how you choose to do that. It just allows you to be able to go in to see who has completed the most courses in the last 3 months, and as well to see how many people have, watched videos or things like that. And then last but not least, probably one of the more important ones is promote your mobile app as well. People can put it on their phones. Of course, this all depends on your organization as well, if you do learning outside work and things like that. But it's just a great way for them to download, if you have books, to download the books, audiobooks, things like that. If they're doing any kind of traveling, or you're taking the weekend to the cottage, you throw it in there. Any podcasts that we have on there as well, they can download them on their mobile and take it from there. And last but not least, what I want to show you is one thing that one of your customer success managers can do for you. We can create this. We call it a habit calendar. So, they always say that your habits can be made or broken in 21 days. So what we've done is we've come up with this habit calendar. We can do it, sit down and create it however you want for your company. I just did this one. I used our Percipio logo, and then I just called it a bingo, just because it was an easy way to show you how to do it. So we can go in here. We can number these any way you want. So say you just want to do one a day for a month. So let's say 21 working days for that month. We would just have 21 squares, and we could name them 1 to 21. And then as you can see here, we can do any company color that you want. You can do that as well. And then as your learners, so say you are doing a bingo and you send out an email and say, okay, you want to do number 6. That's where you're going to start. So your learner's going to hit number 6. What's going to happen is we can create a little picture here. We have multiple pictures or little pictures that you can choose from. And then embodying accountability. So as your learner clicks on that, it's going to take them right to that course in your Percipio site. So it can be a deep link. And then free. And then say a few days later, you pick number 67. Again, a different picture, but a different course. And this can be done all in different ways. We've got one client that likes to put affirmations on the front, so instead of a number. So we'll do that. And if they did that day, they could click on it and show that it was done. And then whoever's done at the end of the month or halfway through the month, however you choose to do so, there's some sort of incentive for them. So, and then of course, as we go through, they click on them. This one is a little highlighter pencil, and they're all different courses. And then sometimes what we can do is even surprise them and not have anything in there and just say, oh, number 43, great job. You're free from learning today, or something fun like that. So this is something that we can work very closely with you one-on-one to do this. We can even get our content team involved, whether that become a mapping for that particular month. Depending on a competency, we could do competencies per month and create this habit calendar. So again, that's just something that you could contact us at success.skillsoft.com, and we would be able to do that for you. All right, so I think that's it for today. But if you do have any questions, make sure you're checking in on the Learning Edge, see what's on the calendar. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. Thank you.